It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. EU oil price cap may result in violent spikes. And we know that the reason why EU's condition is like the way it is because the United States basically talked them into putting sanctions on Russia's oil and gas supplies so that they could no longer receive imports of gas and oil from Europe anymore. But in the long run, as you can clearly see, this only ended up hurting Europe and not Russia, because Russia's doing fine. If you don't hear about Russia going through an energy crisis or a gas shortage or any of that. So you can start to see why the beast is going to hate the whore, which we know the beast to be NATO, which I have my notes. You know, the 7 heads of NATO is Germania Minor, Germania Major, Spain, the French, Greece, and Britain. And then you have the 10 horns, which the 10 horns represent 10 cities. You know, you got Spain, Portugal, you got Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, you got Greece. Greece is also in there. You know, I don't need to name them all. I have my notes in my book bag. I can easily get it. You know. So you got 10 horns, which represents 10 cities, which is sit upon, you know, which are a part of the beast, which the 7 heads are the 7 governments of NATO. You know, and I already gave you the name of those 7 governments. So restricting, you know, but the 10 cities represent the European Union. So you can better understand. But now you start to see why the beast, which is NATO, is going to hate the whore. Which the whore is who? That's America. Okay, Babylon the Great. You know, mystery Babylon that, you know, like it tells you in the book of Revelation. Okay, America's mystery Babylon. It says restricting Russian seaborne crude supply may shatter the energy market, according to the outlet. So now this is what Europe has to face in the future because of the United States. See. Okay. As the European Union sanctions on Russian oil are about to kick in next week. Man, goodness gracious. The measure could result in price shocks on the global market, the economists reported on Friday. The European Union has agreed on a $60 per barrel price cap on Russian seaborne oil. According to the report, European insurers and shipping firms have long had a vice-like hold on energy markets. Fully 95% of property and indemnity insurance for oil tankers has been handled by firms from the UK and the EU. This appeared to be a lever which the West could control the sale of Russian oil globally. However, if Russian oil fails to make it to the market, the global oil prices may spike. Hey, that's good news if you ask me. is all systematically being done anyway by the so-called elites. It says, hurting Western consumers the outlet rights. Hence, America's Treasury Department has since devised a I just woke up, has devised a cunning plan to water it down, to let European firms continue to offer their services, provide the oil involved is bought at a suppressed price set by the West. Okay, everything depends. Let me move my chair up some. Everything depends on how Moscow responds, according to the Economist report, which warns the Kremlin could cut its oil exports, relying on smaller groups of non-Western tankers and insurers, and sending global prices spiraling. Okay. The other uncertainty is how much power the West will ultimately wield over global oil markets. The report noted that countries such as China, India, and Indonesia want to avoid participating in Western sanctions and embargoes. They are reportedly seeking alternative sources of day-to-day insurance, and because the ban was announced 6 months ago, have had no time to prepare. According to the Economist, the true balance of power in oil markets will become apparent after December 5th, which is 2 days from now, with a violent price spike possible. So hey, get ready. Just as financial sanctions have energized attempts to evade the Western banking system, so the war will lead China, India, and others to circumvent the West's energy infrastructure, as weapons, sanctions, and embargoes have their limits and a finite shelf life. The outlet concludes. That's pretty much, this article. Let's see. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. Okay. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. So every morning the Lord bring his judgment to light. And at the end of the day, this is really just the Heavenly Father Yahweh through his son Yahushai executing judgment upon the EU by using the left hand side, which is them so-called elites that rule this world in so-called secret. This is all judgment coming from Yahweh Basham Yahushai at the end of the day. Psalms chapter 7 verse 11. Okay. Psalms chapter 7 verse 11. Yahweh Basham Yahushai judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. You see, the Lord, he's angry with how the world is being ruled and managed, within Esau Edom's control. So guess what? Now he's executing his judgment upon them. The Lord, when the Heavenly Father get angry, he'll start to bring whole entire countries down. He'll start to bring whole entire kingdoms down. Behind the scenes, there's all kind of wickedness that goes on that you don't even hear about in the news. All kind of people getting kidnapped, whole families getting kidnapped, sold into human trafficking, sex trafficking rings, children being kidnapped, sold into sex trafficking rings. You know, there's all kind of murder going on, all kind of theft, robberies, injustices. So the Heavenly Father is about to do a number on this entire world. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. Is on to the next one.